Hey yo.
What's up, man? So, welcome to our very first episode of the Brok'n Barstool podcast. I am your host, Juan Contreras. My sound engineer and co-host, Orlando Venegas.
What's up?
And our very first guest and really good friend of ours, Juan Rodriguez, aka FlyLikeSora. What's up?
Hey,
man?
Thanks, guys.
How y'all doing, man?
Doing pretty good.
That's good. That's good. What's life been? COVID times.
Pretty rough.
Yeah.
Pretty rough.
Rough.
Honestly, just running out of ideas for music.
Oh yeah.
It's rough.
I mean, shit. If you have this much time to yourself, I figured you probably got some projects moving. You got some things going on.
I kind of do, but at the same time, when you work, like, well, I'm working 12-hour shifts now. Like, I'll come up with an idea and then just like it'll die down as soon as I try to actually go from here to
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, no, I get that. So, I know you told me once, but it's something that I'm curious about, and I think a lot of people are curious about. You have actually had COVID.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that like?
It is everything they say, and it could be worse. I didn't have it as bad, but like
There's levels to this.
Yeah, there's levels to.
So, like, what symptoms were you having?
So when I first started, because I think my dad had it, but he was stubborn. He's like, nah, it's not real. I'm not gonna get tested. And then
Sounds like a typical Mexican dad.
Yeah, and then me and my mom were like, hey, dude, I can't taste or smell anything in a restaurant.
Damn. So you guys paid for a meal you couldn't even taste.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. We go get tested. They're like, hey, you guys are positive. Oh, like a couple days, I kid you not, a couple days later, like instant back pains, 24/7. Like I couldn't get up out of bed that bad.
Was that a symptom?
I don't think that's a symptom.
No, like it's not a symptom as much as once you have it, that's what some people get, back pain. My doctor told me
stopped having COVID. I've had COVID since like 2012.
2012.
My back keep hurting.
Yeah, the doctor was like, you're gonna get not all of the things on the list, but most of what I'm gonna tell you. He's like, back pain, constant migraine. You can't smell or taste anything. You're gonna have just high fevers constantly, and like for a week straight, I thought I'm gonna die.
Damn, dude.
It was not fun, dude.
That's heavy.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I'm sitting on the other side of that spectrum. I'm sitting like, man, if I had it, that's probably right. Like I don't know. If I take that test that what is it that does the antibodies or whatever?
Yeah.
If I took that test and came up positive, I would not be surprised. But at the same time, I don't feel dick. Like, my back hurts normally. My nose, I have a deviated septum, so I can't breathe well through my nose anyway.
Jeez.
And I guess I don't really have a cough, so.
Yeah. I think my mom knows someone who had COVID, and it really messed up her lungs, so she has to have a tube and an airbag with her at all times.
Damn.
That's heavy.
Yeah, so it's not fun.
You excited to finally get back to normal here soon, hopefully?
Yeah, man.
Dude, yeah.
I'm glad, everything's gone as good as it has here in Idaho, that we could all sit around and drink beer.
Right. Because the lockdown was rough.
Yeah. To be honest, man, I don't think I even experienced any bit of a lockdown.
No.
Because I went from New Mexico, came here, and I went to work, and then just went from one job to another, and I just kept working. And they're like, nope, if you don't have no symptoms, don't get checked out. And I'm like, all right then.
Yeah, dude. I told my boss, and she was like, "You come into work, you're fired."
Damn.
Kill all the old people working there. So I was like, yeah, I kind of see why.
Yeah.
What about you, Orlando? You experience anything?
I don't think I have. Everything has been pretty normal from I usually have like a sickness every time the weather changes, but that's about it. I've never had anything crazy.
Allergies. At least I think they're allergies. Maybe I got fucking like hella Rona, like all kinds of like.
You got the mutated type.
Yeah, they gave me both strains at the same time, dog. They gave me both strains at the same time. No, but I'm just calling it allergies.
You're like, I didn't get tested, so I know it's not COVID.
Dude, have you tried your beer yet?
No.
It's pretty fire. So, I don't know, man. I've been on this kick, and every time I go to a restaurant, every time I go anywhere where I pay for food and they sell alcohol, I always buy a local beer. Mm-hmm. First and foremost, I just want to like support local business.
Yeah. And
I love craft beer. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And I just came across this today. Payette Brewing from Payette, Idaho. Sofa King Sunny. Say it fast if you want to, but I'm not going to do it right here. Sofa King Sunny. It's a hazy pale ale, bro. And I've had this once before, and I was like, damn, you squeeze the lime in that on a hot summer day, it's a spot.
I was going to say, it does taste kind of like
it's citrusy.
It tastes kind of like the Pacificos.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of,
I can
but
see
not
that.
the same.
I can see that.
This one's a little smoother.
I like this. I like this a lot.
I like it too.
But yeah, man. I've been hella into local breweries lately, man. I just trying to go around and support local business, man.
All right, let me go ferment some bananas.
Some bananas.
Have you not seen that?
No, what's that?
People in Africa, because I guess they're still in prohibition.
Yeah.
So what they do is they
Seriously?
Yeah. Huh. Like I was watching it late at night for some reason. This one lady's like, I get a bunch of bananas, pour some water and some stuff, let it ferment. Kind of like how you make beer. And it turns out like this crystal clear white moonshine of banana.
Damn. And it has alcohol in it?
Yeah. It's raw stuff, like straight
it's
from
like
over the campfire.
Like moonshine, like banana moonshine.
Yeah. And I was like, what? I want to kind of try to make that, but I'm kind of dumb, so.
Yeah.
End up burning my house.
I dig this beer. I actually do. I think it tastes pretty good. This is my first time having it, and it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like it, man. It's smooth drinking. It's good.
It is. I'm not a big fan of pale ales, but that one's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So, Juan, I'm curious, man. What you got going on? Tell me what you got music wise. What projects you got going for you? So
I have 2 songs right now on 2 unreleased albums that are coming soon. Mm-hmm. One of them is with Josh 8. Actually, 3 songs I think about, because he did put 2 of my songs, handpicked them went to SoundCloud. Yeah. He's like, hey man, is it cool if I use this and this? He's like, I might use them on a project. I said, yeah, sure, fine, go for it. If you do end up using them, let me know. We'll discuss details. Literally minutes later, he's like, I want both of them. Yeah.
So I guess where did you find these artists to collab with? I guess that's the big thing.
Yeah. So the funny thing is I think I've told you the story about that girl from Boise, right? She showed me them.
Oh, okay.
She showed me them.
Can you give us a little brief background on this girl?
Okay, so I simped for her.
No.
Because she was selling stuff at a convention, right? And she's like, I need people to market my shit. So yeah. I was like, okay. Me being the dumbass that I was, I got rewarded, by the way. I walked around the Grove Hotel with a choker and a cowbell on.
Oh my!
In broad daylight.
God.
A cowbell?
Yeah, a cowbell, like the those bells,
like a big one.
Like it wasn't big, but it was like a little small one.
Okay.
And I was just parading myself like a retard around Boise that whole afternoon with it on. And literally what I'm kind of dressed in, just like a weird shirt, a big beard, and just a cowbell. Just imagine that.
A big 6'2"
heavy set Mexican with
the choker and a cowbell on.
Yeah.
Man. Damn.
And it went down like that, and afterwards she's like, how can, thank you so, because I guess she did get business. Uh-huh. I don't know if it was based off my ugly ass or some other people she hired, but she's like, how can I repay you? I was like, oh, you don't have to, and at that time B-Dubs was under construction.
Oh gosh.
This, exactly.
Yeah, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Alright.
So B does part of it was closed off, but like at the same time, part of it where her table was at for the artist alley, you had to get in through the construction site to go in and out through the back and stuff.
Yeah.
So she had access to it, and we went back there, and she gave me a little reward. It was great. That's all I'm saying.
She paid you off the top, huh?
Yeah, she did. She's like. Pretty much, yeah. And then, like, funny enough, she showed me a song by these guys, and I was like, "Whoa, these guys are fucking cool."
Was it like setting the mood or what?
No, it was afterwards. It was after. I couldn't look at her the same, but it was after. It was afterwards. She's like, "Hey, by the way," she's like, "Hey, let me show you some of the music," because like at that time I told her I kind of wanted to get into making music, but I wasn't. So she said, "Oh, I know some cool guys." I thought she was gonna show me some basic white girl stuff. But,
what year was that?
What was it, like 2017?
Okay, so you're coming on 4 years, dude.
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years of 4 years of making music and 3 years of knowing them.
Okay, yeah.
So, and she told me, "Hey, check out these guys." She showed me the song that me and you both like. I got the call.
Yeah.
Amazing song.
It's fantastic.
And I was like, I wonder if these guys have an Instagram or something I could follow them, and and I found them. It was hard because they put the full name as Urban Architects NYC, and I found them and I started like liking their stuff, and the very first time I got in contact with them is when I went on to their live, because they went live and they were actually doing a fan stuff, like, "Hey man, talk to us if you're a fan. What got you into our music?"
It was like a Instagram or Facebook
Instagram live, yeah.
Okay.
And Josh is like the coolest guy there. Josh he's kind of the head of Urban, because the other two are just kind of like they're busy, but like, they're not as much as the front man, I would say.
Yeah.
So Josh does all the moves, and I told him, I was like, "Hey man," and I told him the story.
Yeah.
"Hey, I met this girl. We did this, and she showed me your music." He's like, "What?" He's like, "That's fucking wild. This and that." And I told him, I was like, "Hey man, I'm also kind of making music," and he's like, "Oh, word, send me some stuff. I want to listen to it." And at first, I didn't hear shit back, so I was like, "Oh, I'm ass. Like, I'm trash, right?
Yeah,
like, these guys don't even want to fuck with it." And then I want to say it was like 6 months later, so I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm dog shit. I should probably just quit." I get a message from one of the guys, Black Kush, and he wanted to use one of my songs in his album, the No Dental Insurance.
Yeah.
And literally at that time, I didn't get the song done as a 43-second clip, and my file corrupted, so I lost everything. And he's like, "That's no problem. I like how it is. I can just have my engineer make it longer, mess with it, make it longer." I was like, "Dude, if he can do that," he's like, I told him, "You can have the song. I won't even charge you." He literally put it on the album. It was crazy.
Damn, and that was your first ever project that was released on an official album.
First official one was with them. I have, like I said, and then I have actually 2 songs on that album. I have Summer Vibes, and then another one was called Falling. I called it Falling for You, but he put it as Falling, which I really don't mind. But Falling was a dope because all 3 of them on that beat.
Yeah, so it was the first Black Kush, Josh, and
Young K.
Okay.
And it was cool because I caught one of the lives when they were actually writing for that song. I was like, "What the?" I was like, "This is my song." Yeah. And Josh was like, "Hey man," he's like, "We're in the studio right now." He's like, "We're actually gonna make it." I thought he was messing around. He's like, "Because we're gonna write to this." I was like, "What? No way!" But they did. They ended up using it. So he ended up using 2 for the first. I guess what would you call it, like albums? Because it's not really a studio album yet. It's just kind of like an underground album. Yeah. And the next 2 I have is on Josh's album, the 2 that are coming out. 2 unreleased ones, and I can't wait to see what he's done because he took my older stuff. Yeah. Like the stuff I thought was doo-doo. Yeah. He's like, "I'm going to use these." And I'm just like kind of scared, and I'm kind of like, "All right, let's see what this does." Yeah. And then their extended family, like friends of theirs, hit me up too. So that's when I showed you that kind of like that Wu-Tang style. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm working on with them, but it's a whole ass process.
Dude, I mean, I don't want you to sell yourself short, man, because I've been a fan of yours since you started doing this. I mean, obviously we go back, since diapers, but I'm an honest enough person to tell my friends. I have a lot of friends who are creative type, and they'll ask me for opinions. And I'm not an asshole. I'm not saying like, hey man, you should give it up, just hang it up, and just fucking quit.
Right.
No, but if they ask for like legitimate critiques, I'm no expert, but as a consumer, I know what is appealing, and especially when it comes to music, having a little bit of a background myself, and just having a taste and like a sort of like a certain sound, like an acquired sound that I can hear. You know what I'm saying? Like there's things that I can pick up on, and that can be used as a pretty decent constructive criticism. So when you've asked me, I mean, that was back when I still had social media. You would send me Snapchats of your latest projects, and you'd ask for honest opinions, and I'd give them to you. And I never had a single project that you sent me that I didn't like. So I mean,
I really like Summer Vibes, by the way, too.
Yeah.
Like that's a dope song.
You should look up his, like, when he killed it. Like, if you look up his because like honestly, that was like the hardest song I made, because I was like, dude, this is all over the place, like in a good way, and I'm like, I don't see where anyone can start a verse and keep it going to how crazy of a backwards kind of beat that was.
Yo, for the listener out there, if you are an aspiring artist, you love hip hop, you love lo-fi, look up FlyLikeSora on SoundCloud.
I'm on everything too.
On everything, so Spotify, Apple Music,
YouTube,
Apple Music too, yeah.
Everything.
Look up FlyLikeSora. Amazing artist, you won't regret it.
You want to know what I want to know? Who inspired you? Who inspired you the most to start doing your own beats and everything?
I've listened to a lot of different artists. The one, it's gonna sound cliche, but I have like 3. My main is Najubis.
Okay.
Amazing guy. Too bad, he passed away. 2010.
Yeah.
Just that's where I pick up my lo-fi style.
Okay.
My other 2 is Ginseng. I don't know if you know who he is. He's younger than all of us. He's probably like your brother's age.
Seriously.
And he's just amazing producer. And the third is I want to probably say Nakamura.
That I do actually recognize. Out of all the names, I recognize that one.
Yeah, if you know who Nakamura is, he does that jazzy as fuck lo-fi.
Yep.
He'll take a classic beat.
That low, slow.
Yeah, he'll take a classic beat, flip it, and just up tempo with the drums, and it's just crazy how he does it.
Dang.
That's crazy how you know Nakamura, like out of everybody.
I know. I didn't know the first 2. Those were regular English names, and then I know the Japanese one.
You know,
well, the thing is, the thing is, Najubis is from Japan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the one that did the soundtrack for Samurai Champloo.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
that is sick.
Here's where we're getting to murky waters where I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Sorry.
No. This is something else that I'm super interested in.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I've noticed, I mean, I'm sure anybody who listens to it will notice, you have a heavy Japanese influence.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So, I mean, what part of it is like that sticker that attached to you?
It honestly it comes from Champloo. It really does, because if you do actually I listen to a lot of music, and I listen to a lot of jazz, but Najubis, I think, took that a little bit further up, because he does find a lot of, like, what he did is he owned record studios in Japan, like vinyl records.
Yeah.
So he would go and find Japanese jazz, and he would literally go and flip the beat, add drums, and all this stuff. And like, that's why I was like, dude, that's freaking cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, most of my stuff is Japanese influence, because I love the style of Japanese jazz. It's really, really good.
Yeah. And
just like, if you take, it's kind of hard to get into, but like, Japanese music is really good too.
Yeah.
Like any genre. It's an acquired taste. Yeah. Like, it's where you learn to appreciate music in general. You know?
Yeah, I get. You know what, man? You just probably said something that is like a really good stepping stone for a lot of creative types. Like, if you want to expand or like culture yourself, you embrace the art of other countries.
Yeah.
Whether that be music, art, sculpting,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, that's what I tell a lot of people. Just don't listen to, if someone says, "Hey man, you should probably quit." Don't just quit. Just refine yourself. Refine something that you're gonna be good at, or just take your time, practice, make yourself
Something
better.
that you like, and then mix that into what you're already doing.
Oh, yeah.
For instance, Japanese culture and your music.
Yeah, if you were to look at my Apple Music, like my recently downloaded stuff, it's mainly Japanese music.
He's got a lot of Galileo on there.
Man, so obviously the music was a big hit for you, and it really hit home. And I know something that, if anybody looks at you, hell, the shirt you're wearing, anime.
Yeah.
Anime. Dude, since we were kids, man, I've known you forever, and I can't tell you the time where you transitioned from like, I don't know. I don't know. What, we used to just watch like cartoons and stuff.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you're a hardcore anime head, man.
So like, here's the thing: is like, you know how you moved to the other side of town? You went to
I crossed the river.
You crossed the border basically. No, but you left over there, and I stopped having the one friend we would like talk and hang out with too, because like my parents were lazy and shit. They don't want to drive me over to hang out with you, or like, it was kind of hard with the stuff we had going on at the times.
Yeah.
So it was. I can tell you kind of the year I started falling down the rabbit hole it was like around.
Oh, dude, you didn't fall down the rabbit hole. You dug another one, and then
it was. I want to say like around like our 6th grade year.
Yeah.
2006, I think was it. I couldn't sleep one Sunday night, and I did not know this was a thing. Toonami.
Yep, I remember Toonami.
It used to be on Sundays at 1 a.m. So I was up at 1 a.m. And what really threw me off was I was like, I'll just watch some Family Guy or something and just pass out, right? It really threw me off because I was watching this crazy animation, I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, that was definitely not Family Guy.
No. and I remember the show because that is my favorite show of all time, I'll tell you that. I love the band and everything to it. It's Fooly Cooly. Like,
okay,
I've heard it. I'm not.
I have that $400 fucking figure of Conti sitting in my room. And I paid top dollar for the Factory Shield original manga to it, so I have that too. But I woke up at 1 a.m. and I was like, "What is going on? This show is crazy." If you watch it, you won't know what the entire thing is about. It's just jumbled mess. It takes a while to rewatch it and get your shit together to be like, "Okay, this is what it's about."
Oof.
But that's when I started falling into the rabbit hole. It's like, oh,
yeah, and then dude, that you hopped onto that rabbit and rode it all the way down, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
man. But that's awesome, man. Because I've seen, with the exception of myself, I've seen a lot of my friends be heavily influenced by the Japanese culture. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not against it, or I don't. It's not like I'm not interested in it. I am. I very much am, because I do love lo-fi, and when we were kids, we did watch like Dragon Ball Z and Gundam, things like that. Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack was dope. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, but that wasn't made by Japanese people. That was made by.
It wasn't, but like at the same time, it had to get approved.
Oh yeah, heavily influenced by Japanese, 100%.
Yeah, okay, kind of like the Boondocks.
The Boondocks.
The Boondocks, nuts. Yeah, man. Boondocks is an American show, but
heavily influenced by anime.
Yeah, heavily.
Oh, heavily.
I know last time we talked about this stuff, and we are just, chirping, but you have basically been both of you guys have basically been schooling me on Japanese culture. And, don't get me wrong, I freaking love it, because there's so much that I didn't know. The whole tattoo thing, I was very interested in Japanese art, Japanese tattooing. I didn't know it was frowned upon.
Yeah. Because we were talking about going to Japan all together and everything. Yeah. And I was telling Juan, hey, you're gonna have to like wear long sleeves or something like the entire time, because they don't like that stuff.
Yeah, they don't. It's not, like I said, not even the newer generation. It's still the older that are like, hey man, that's criminal stuff.
Oh yeah.
They don't accept it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually crazy, because when you told me that, I was like, what the hell? And you told me that it was, it had a black spot on it because of Yakuza.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
That blew my mind. How does I don't know the connection.
I guess what they were saying is like certain Yakuza members, they all don't have the same
Tattoo?
they all have different stuff tattooed on them because it's different meanings and basically kind of like a ranking system.
Oh.
So yeah, like the more tattoos you have, the more of a higher up kind of boss guy you are.
Correct.
So if you have a bodysuit.
Yeah, if you have a bodysuit, you're not to be fucked
dude,
with.
if you get tatted like on the head and everything, you go bald, oh crap.
Yeah,
You're messing with a hard guy.
You're Mr. Big Dick McGee.
Yeah, you're gonna risk disappearing if you mess with him.
You're the old guy in the gym swinging the hammer. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much, man. Yeah.
Oh damn.
But like it goes even back further. Like I guess back Japan used to tattoo criminals to make sure, hey, this guy's dangerous or this guy's a criminal.
The tattoo says criminal.
Yeah, pretty much, man. I stole a fruit.
Yeah.
It says what you did and everything.
That'd be fucking tragic.
You go and all these girls getting Japanese tattoos on their bodies and stuff, and they don't even know what it says.
It's just like Ariana Grande.
Oh yeah.
She got a tattoo kanji right here on her palm.
Yeah.
And it said meat.
It said meat.
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 Yeah, meat. Like carne.
Like.
It's like legit. She did not know what it meant, and then people were like, "Dude, why'd you get meat tattooed?"
She has meat on her hand.
Oh, you remember that?
I
right?
bet that's not the first time.
Dude.
Oh, man.
So like, if you want to get tattoos, make sure you properly Google the stuff that you want.
Hey, meet a Japanese guy or have someone who's.
I just consult my little brother because he took Japanese, so yeah, I just consult him.
I didn't know they offered that.
Yeah, that's something new they did after we left, by the way.
When I was in high school, it was literally just French or Spanish, and I'm like, well, I speak one of them, and I'm not gonna speak the other one because it's almost Spanish. It's a fancier Spanish. But yeah, dude, that's cool. Yeah, because my brother took German.
I took German too. Oh man, you brought this up.
All right, do it.
German. Hold on. Anyone want another beer, man?
I'm still chilling with this.
I'm good still, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have another one if that's all right. I'm gonna switch it up here. Drink stones. You know what they say, man? You can get 30 stones for 20 bones. You know, having a couple stones makes your body strong. No, but German. So, man, that's so funny. So it was basically a cakewalk. I took that class for an easy A because our German teacher was actually our soccer coach for Orlando and I, and he was our homeroom.
And then our boss too.
Yeah, no, what? Yeah, like in 2 different jobs.
Holy crap!
Yeah, dude, this guy actually had a big part to play in our youth. But German class, I took 2 years of German, and it was basically the same group of people, German 1 and German 2. And there was a girl in this class. She will remain unnamed. But she had a little crush on me, and I took a little kindly to it. I wasn't shying away. So she wanted to, basically without even asking her, she would do my homework.
Jeez.
Yeah, because I was a lazy piece of crap, and I was just there to get the easy A because I knew he wouldn't fail me because we were starters.
Right.
And I did the bare minimum. She would do my homework. She would give me test answers.
Wow, that sounds like life.
Yeah. And it was weird because well, I mean, I liked it. She was like giving me shoulder rubs and like rub my neck, and I was like, oh. and I was loving it. I was loving it. But she had this weird thing, man. She had this weird thing, and I let it happen because I'm like, dude, I got a freaking cherry deal here. I'm not gonna freaking fuck it up. So I let her do this, but she liked ears. She liked
quite the fetish.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's to each their own. Different strokes for different folks. But but I would sit there, right, and I was just chilling, half asleep, and I was like writing my bullshit gibberish in German, And she would like rub my shoulders and she'd like talk to me and I'm like, yeah, talking to her, and she'd like start rubbing my neck and I'm like, that's cool. And then she started playing with my earlobes and I was like, she's like, do you like that? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And she's like, how about this? And she's like rubbing like my whole ass ear, bro. And I'm like, damn, I swear to God, I think I'm kind of sweaty back there. And I don't think you're like getting some clean shit back there. I think you're rubbing a little dirt. But she liked it, man. I wasn't gonna say like, hey, stop that, and then she, stopped helping me out. But no, I thought it was the weirdest thing, and I got caught by my teacher, soccer coach, boss, whatever, and he looked over at me with the most confused face, like, the fuck are you doing over there, man? Because we're sitting in the back. He just looked at me and he like squinted and like laughed. He's like shook his head. He's like, "What the hell?" And I'm like,
dude, I can imagine that face right now.
and I looked over and I just shrugged my shoulders and I was like, "I don't know." And he came over and he said, "Honey, can you stop that, please? It's distracting." And I'm like sitting there, dude. I'm turning beet red because I'm a white Mexican. And I'm turning beet red. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." And she like sat back and she's like hella embarrassed. And then like as soon as he left, she's like started again. She's like, the fuck? I'm like, what's up with my ears right now?
That's funny.
I could hear everything after that.
Well, I bet you could.
Did she put on a rubber before she went in?
Oh no.
She put on gloves.
No, it was raw.
It was raw. She raw dogged it. She used your oil as lube.
Oh, my ear sweat. Damn. No, but yeah, man. That was real, man. That was real. Dude, from all the stupid stuff we've done for as long as we've known each other, this is not the first beer we've ever had.
No.
Far from it. Far from it. Thinking back, do you remember that? I'm going to just go for the heavy hitter right off the bat. Do you remember that time you came up to Boise? It was
A-Track.
And we had that dump ass motel way the fuck on the other side of town. It was by the airport, and the venue was almost like 2 towns over.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah,
no,
it was like an Eagle, and he was like at the airport in Boise.
Yeah.
So we go to A-Track. Didn't we pregame?
We were pre-gaming.
Yeah, we pre-gamed, and I know I got a fat buzz, and it was me, Juan, his younger brother, and Manny.
And Jesse, remember?
And Jesse, dude, Jesse got freaking lit, bro. That motherfucker got.
Yeah. I didn't drink because I was the fucking sober one to drive home.
The DD.
You guys were having a field day when I was out. I heard.
Yeah, no, holy shit. We were there. We had like 2-3 cases in like a bottle or some shit. Jeez. But we were putting them down left and right like it was my goddamn job. But so we pre-gamed. I got a buzz. We went to the concert, and it was heavy, bro. It was heavy. It was EDM, and I came back with my neck all crooked. Yeah, we were just headbanging hard as fuck. Yeah, Manny, dude. Manny's a short, like
he's like a mini Joe.
Yeah, no, I guess now he is. He did lose weight. Yeah, Joe. Just so you know, Manny is now skinnier than you.
He came out of prison jacked, bro.
Yeah.
Prison?
Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
Anyway, so Manny at the time had crazy long hair, like Jesus hair. Depending on which Jesus you believe. You know, he might have a bowl cut. You know, he might have
a bowl cut.
He might have a crispy fade. You know, whatever church you go to.
Jesus, the taco man from the
Jesus,
corner.
yeah, Jesus. Maybe he got cornrows. I don't know. Whatever Jesus you see. Whatever Jesus you see. Anyway, so he had long hair, like to the middle of his back, and we worked our way through the crowd to the barrier, right up next to the DJ, and he's headbanging some crazy heavy shit. that would snap another man's neck.
Damn.
He's holding on to the barrier,
He's
swinging
going
back
hard,
and forth,
yeah.
and it's seriously moving back and forth with his headbang. He's freaking throwing his crazy long locks, and he's sitting there. And I even stopped what I was doing to look over at this motherfucker. I'm like, damn, he's like one like missed headbang away from snapping his neck. And I'm like, dude, this game over, bro. They're not gonna
revive
ambulance ain't getting through the crowd, buddy. That's it. It's game over. Punch your ticket. Nah, but so we fucking, partied our little hearts out, and we made it back to the motel. This dump ass place. It smelled like fucking rodent piss and human piss. Nice. So we got back, and we had beer there too. So we're drinking. We had a couple shots, and this is the first time your brother and Jesse have drank with us.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going hard. We're fucking shotgunning beers. We're taking shots in between. We're just putting one after another. As soon as it hits empty, we grab a fresh one. You're always refilling. And these kids, I mean, they're new to the game. They're new to the game. They don't have that seasoned liver like we do. They don't got that barbecue liver nice and smoked.
Fucking
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah, my liver's well done, son. Put a fork in it, it's cooked. But
No, I don't want that charred shit.
yeah, no. It's a little tough. But we're sitting, and they're trying to ride with the big dogs.
They're trying to keep up with you guys.
Yeah, and that was a bad idea. These two newbie drinkers, bro, and they have like 3 or 4 daiquiris, and next thing you know, they're like saying "I love yous" and shit.
Like, even me, who drinks, I would say like on a slightly regular basis,
Yeah.
had a hard time keeping up with Juan as well.
Dude. Yeah, I feel so bad for them.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is, man. I have one legitimate skill, and that's to put down the sauce.
No, dude, that reminds me when I woke up, right? And we didn't. It was only a 2-bed. It was
Yeah.
me and you supposed to bunk in one, and my brother and Jesse in the
man.
other. I woke up, and because Manny was like, "I'll take the ground, bro." He made a little nest.
Yeah,
with all the
like a fucking hamster.
like a bird. He had a whole nest, blankets and towels and shit, like in a circle. He's gonna crash there.
Like a fucking hamster.
I woke up, right? Like at 9 in the morning, bro. I was like, why am I the only one in the bed? Like, what the fuck? I would get up. He's passed out, hugging the trash can, dude, by the entrance.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
The nest is empty.
The nest.
Yeah, dude, the bird flew the coop.
I was like, where is this big guy? I look over, and he's spread eagle on top of my brother, and Jesse just passed out snoring.
Like,
He fell asleep
like,
on top of them.
On top of them, yeah.
Yeah, like those two dudes, like his brother and Jesse, man. They legitimately, after they got drunk, and they're like, "Oh, bro, I love you," whatever. They're like, "Okay, I'm going to bed." So they went to bed
together.
don't make this weird. We're sharing a room. Yes, back to back. They went to sleep. Well, actually, to each their own. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, they went to sleep, and fucking Manny and I stayed up when we were drinking. Manny was rapping at me, but he got stuck on repeat. And he's like saying the same thing. He's like da 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 da. He was stuck on repeat, and he just kept going and going and going. And eventually I was like, this is like my 15th, 16th beer. I don't know how many shots I've taken. I'm pretty fucked up. So I go to spill my guts. I go to the porcelain throne to go give it a hug. You know what I'm saying? And I'm chilling there for a minute. A dry heave. Kept it down. This is why I'm not a bitch. I kept it down. And
For only so long.
I threw up in the morning. No, so then Manny comes in and he's like, "Oh, dude, I gotta take a shit." I'm like, okay. So I fucking, I'm getting ready to go to sleep. I'm laying on the floor, looking for my phone, and Manny's like, I guess taking a shit. I don't know. I hear bam. I was like, the fuck. And I'm like, yo. He's like, I'm like, yo, I'm coming in. And he's like, I'm like, oh fuck.
All right, cool it.
Yeah. So I open the door, bro, and I have to hold his hair like a lady. He got those crazy locks, and he spills his guts hard. And I'm like, all right, this is gay. I mean, no offense, that it's just a terminology, but so I left him be. And I was like, oh, I'm too drunk to do this. I'm like, man, I'm just like swaying back and forth. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna throw up. If I keep doing this, I'm gonna throw up. So he finishes spilling his guts. And he's like, oh man, I'm good. And I'm like, no, you're freaking trash. So I started getting kind of woozy. I started getting the spins. When you lay down, you start getting the spins.
I fucking hate those.
Yeah. So I curl up on the floor, nice and cold. It was freezing. And I hugged the trash can just in case. And
he fucking fell asleep.
I fell asleep. Yeah. I fell asleep. And
so you did held it down for the most part.
Yeah, and then I woke up and threw up. I ate a lot of Doritos for some reason.
Hey. That's some good shit when you're drunk.
Yeah,
no,
dude, I had a shit ton.
The impressive part is like, I don't know which one of you guys decided to build a pyramid out of those. Like,
that was me.
2 empty boxes of beer.
That was me.
But you guys impressed the shit out of me. In the corner of the room, there's a straight fucking pyramid built up of empty cans, and I was like, who the fuck?
Yeah. Well, that was after the newbies.
Wait, you did that drunk?
Yes.
Yeah, it was dude, not a single fucked up. It was straight pyramid. I was like,
all right, I'm impressed now. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I mean, it was basically like we were bored. Manny kept rapping the same shit, so we're like, "You want to build a pyramid?" So I started building the pyramid.
How many empty bottles was that? Like 60?
A fucking lot.
It was like 60.
I don't know. I didn't count.
Dude, it had to have been like 60 or 70. That was a lot.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
But yeah, and I don't see. That's the thing, is that's where I draw a blank. I did not watch when Manny jumped on top of those guys and fell asleep. So I was like hella confused because I woke up in the morning. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm like still drunk. Like when the hangover hasn't kicked in yet,
yeah.
And you are still drunk. That level, man.
See, because I know it was fucked. Because when I went downstairs and got some breakfast, Manny was like revived himself.
Yeah, like a fucking zombie.
He's like, take me with you. I'm hungry. It's like, oh shit, you're awake.
Oh fuck, you're alive.
And so, dude, I got a small little plate, right? Just got some fucking complimentary fucking
like eggs and
like sausage patty.
Yeah.
Right, and I came back to the room and I got myself a chalky milk because I'm a fat
chalky
kid.
milk, dog. Yeah.
So like,
hey, chalky milk takes the pain away,
dude. It does. So like, I get to the hotel room. You're still kind of on the ground.
Yeah, I was trying to get myself together.
Fat and Jesus were cuddling, and Manny comes in. Right, he loaded his plate.
Yeah,
like an all you can eat buffet style. And I'm like, are you good to eat that? You're still fucked. He's like, you don't question my adulthood. Pounds it, right? We say our goodbyes. We make it to Idaho City, just outside of Boise. Fat's like, hey man, you got a bag or something?
Mountain home.
Yeah, like
you guys went the wrong way if you went to Idaho City.
No. Like when you're leaving and it's the little city right before you take the actual exit.
Oh yeah,
that. So he's like, Fat's like, hey man, you got something because I'm not gonna make it. I was like, what do you mean? So Jesus pulls a Walmart bag and gives it to him. Fat unloads in the bag. Fat unloads in the bag. It's just like, but it wasn't food or anything. It was just like literally all you guys drink.
Yeah.
Just unloads it. I was like, oh, you bad. And it was in my car. So we stop out and just toss it on the side of the highway.
Oh, that's so gross.
It was gross,
That
dude.
is so gross.
And I'm thinking to myself, dude, Manny's toughing this shit out, right?
Yeah. And that's what. Oh wait, hold on. Side note: that night you guys told me about Cthulhu,
Oh yeah,
and that shit was heavy.
yeah. You talk about Cthulhu, dude. That shit was funny as shit though. Like, 'cause on the way there, I just randomly said it, and he died.
Dude, I was
Died.
Yo,
For
I was
a
like the
solid
funniest thing
30
ever.
minutes. 30 minutes driving. He was laughing. He didn't believe us. That
Kind of like when we were coming back from Seattle that one time.
Wow.
Well,
I can't remember.
when I I guess we were in the same vehicle. That's right.
Yeah. And I don't know how you would even remind me of anything from Seattle, dude. I was so fucked up.
You fucking carried me off of my plate of food.
you don't
What
even
the
remember
fuck?
that? No?
I
did?
You told me this literally like when we were back in Boise. You were telling me, hey, you fucking fell asleep in your food. I had to pay for it.
Is
And
that
I had
Denny's?
No. It was that like it was like a random.
Oh no! It was that fucking restaurant.
It was like somewhere in Moscow.
Oh yeah. It was that. Yeah, I know that breakfast spot that Roy took us to.
Yeah.
You fell asleep hardcore. And it was
Just face planted.
Yeah, it was a plate of biscuits and gravy.
Oh,
Biscuits and gravy. dude.
I don't even remember taking a single
Dude,
goddamn bite.
That was way later in the trip, dude. Okay, rewind like the night before. So, goddamn, dude, I babysitted the shit out of you. But
And me.
So, no, this is a different story. So, that whole trip, I scheduled out my drive time because we were switching out drivers, right? Because it was like 8 hours or some shit. So we were all switching out, and I knew that I was taking it from Boise to like Baker City, and I said as soon as I'm done, I'm drinking in the back, dude. Because my plan was that I'm gonna get fucking hammered. I'm gonna watch the soccer game. I'm gonna have so much fun. So I drive my 2-3 hours, whatever. I get in the back of
That was us at night.
Yeah.
I remember.
At the car, and I'm just drinking, and that's the rest of the trip. Me in the back just drinking.
Jesus.
So I'm hammered. We barely make it to Moscow. We're like, everyone's dying. I'm too drunk to drive. And like our drivers are falling asleep. Roy's falling asleep. Orlando's falling asleep. And
Araceli and Isaac, I remember that.
And everyone's like barely keeping their eyes open. We make it to my buddy Roy's apartment in Moscow. And we go in there, and we like reinvigorated. Everyone's like, let's fucking party. So we go up there. It's a fraternity, whatever.
Yep.
And we're sitting there, and he's like, hey, bro, I did like 2 semesters abroad in Cuba. And he brought back this Cuban rum. He had cigars, but we smoked them like a week or so before that. But we're sitting in there, we're drinking, we finished all of our beer. So he busts out that rum, and we're going shot for shot. Orlando was like, hey, bro, he tried to go Chile on me, bro. He tried to go straight.
We had that moonshine, too. That moonshine that I had, too.
Orlando fucking met this redneck at work. And
Yeah.
Fucking moonshine.
He's like,
fucking redneck, dude.
Orlando's
He's like,
like-
hey, I can hook you up with some of the best moonshine you've ever had. I'm like, all right.
he's like, give me 2 jars.
2 jars.
I think I ended up taking 4 for that trip.
Yeah, I fucked up one by myself. I didn't like the cherries. The cherries grossed me out. But yeah. Anyway, so we were drinking. We went. Orlando's like, because I was complaining that everyone was going to sleep. I was like, dude, everyone's going to sleep. No one wants to party with me. And
We're already drunk, by the way.
And Orlando's like, let's go. Let's drink. Let's go shot for shot. I'm like, all right. So it was you, me, and Roy each going shot
And
for
my
shot.
little brother, too. He was awake the entire time. I remember.
Yeah, but you were laying on the floor, and I kept checking on you to see if you were alive. But
Baby squid.
yeah, he was infant squid.
Infant squid.
He was fetus. He was fetus squid at the time.
Little cephalopod.
Yeah. So we're sitting there, we're going shot for shot. We're fucked up. We're stupid fucked up. And Orlando was like, all right. He told me in the most sincere voice. Like, I would have just thought to myself that he recognizes he's drunk and he's going to stop. He just said, hey, man, I'm going to tap out. I'm like, all right.
I don't remember this, by the way. I don't
all right.
remember this.
All right. So Roy's like, yeah, man, me too. Roy's pretty fucked up. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting spins. He's like, so I'm gonna lay down.
I'm getting spins.
Yeah, so Roy lays down, and Orlando's like, yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, all right, man. So I'm drunk, but I'm not like fucking stupid, stumbling or anything. He gets up. Orlando gets up and immediately levels, bro, sideways. He's like, bam, and starts like straight up pedaling towards the wall. I was like, fuck. Like, stable Orlando has left the room. And so he's like, fuck, I gotta pee. I'm like, all right, bro, I got you. So, like, I grab him, and he's like, his arms around my shoulders, and I carry him over there, and he goes to the bathroom, and bam, it's just smack. I was like, dude, what the fuck? You all right? He's like, oh, fuck, I can't stand up. But you can't hear it in his voice. He does not slur his words. He does not slur his words a bit. He's like, I can't fucking stand up. I'm like, dude, chill out. And he's like, fuck, I gotta pee. I'm like, all right, man, here's the deal. I'm gonna wrap around your armpits backpack style, and I'm gonna pick you up. I'm gonna look away, and you grab your pee to do your business. And he's like, no, I got it. And he's squirming on the floor. He like gets to his knees, fucking slides, face plants the bathtub, and he's like, fuck, I can't stand up. I gotta pee. So he agrees to it, and I'm like, all right, man, I'm picking you up. So I pick his ass up. I hear, zip. Oh, fuck. It's like, he's missing the fucking toilet. I'm like, bro, you gotta clean that shit up. He's like, all right. So once I hear him zip up again, I'm like, all right, bro, I'm putting you down. He's like, all right. So I sit him down. He's on his hands and knees. I gave him some, like, paper towels or napkins or something, even though there's fucking toilet paper there. And he's like slaps his hand on the toilet, bro, and just like, and then
I still don't remember none of this shit. I don't remember until we get to that breakfast place, which is still later on.
Yeah. No, and then he was gone then too. He's gone until like fucking McCall.
Yeah, I remember waking up with McCall, and I'm like,
yeah, he came too.
How the fuck did I get here?
Yeah. No, but anyway, after that, I mean, he sobered up enough. Orlando smoked a cigarette with me that morning. And
I don't remember doing that either.
Yeah, he smoked menthols.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck?
I usually don't smoke cigarettes at all, by the way. I never do. I've always hated them. But for some reason, when I'm drunk...
I'm telling you,
when I am drunk, for some reason, I want a cigarette.
See, that's what I'm telling you. I can't drink and then not smoke.
Yeah.
You know? That's just how I am.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this story real quick. So, for some reason, after he took a piss, he like reinvigorated, and he's like, "I'm good," and he's like still fucking hammered. And I asked him, I was like, "Hey, bro, you want a beer?" He's like, "No." And I was like, "Okay."
I still have somewhat of a conscience.
Yeah. So Araceli was sleeping in that room by herself. Isaac, I think, slept in the car or some shit or on the floor.
Yeah, where the fuck did he end up?
I don't know. He was pissy. He's always pissy. But yeah, and then Roy was sleeping on his bed. You were sleeping underneath his bed on the floor. Orlando was sleeping like by the foot of the dresser, and then I think I crashed, I think, in the living room. Because I remember I woke up like in the morning, and his roommate's like, "Hey." And I was like, "Hey." And he's like, "You want some eggs?" I was like, "No, I'm good." I was like, "Do you have a lighter?" He's like, "No."
No.
I was like, "Okay." So we, we did whatever. I woke up Orlando and Roy. He went out and smoked a cigarette, and then we got back on the road. And Orlando was a fucking zombie. We went to go eat, and he fell asleep in his plate of fucking biscuits and gravy. Yeah, I picked his head up, and I had them plate his food to go. And then we came back to
I don't like wasting food. All right,
Yeah.
that was the most disappointing part when I fucking learned that I fell asleep in my food.
Dude, you missed the best part. They had this huckleberry butter that they put on the biscuits.
I hate you.
So good,
I hate
man.
you.
So good. So good.
So was he as bad as me when we were in Boise?
You lost the function of your legs, but you still remember it for the most part.
I don't remember shit. See, and I couldn't stand up.
You remember up until we got back to the hotel room.
Yeah, and then
those motherfuckers almost killed you with ramen.
Yeah.
They tried to feed him ramen when he was passed out drunk.
Oh, is that the picture you showed me, right?
Yeah. No, but like it was bad. According to these guys, I had a bright idea going back to the gas station.
Yeah, I was supposed to have.
I'm sorry.
I was supposed to have dinner with Megan's grandma for the first time, and I missed it because I had to carry Juan home.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I did get a reward.
Yeah, no, I never take that away from you, but that was badass.
Granted, we could have gotten in trouble.
Yeah.
What?
Fuck it.
Do you want to go to Japan?
I mean, I'm down.
What do you want to do there?
Me, I want to visit Hokkaido, Okinawa, Tokyo would be pretty cool just to visit. Akihabara would be pretty nice. I really want to go see the Tokyo Tower. That should be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty. That'd be pretty dope.
I also want to see
Never mind.
Kyoto Annie's studio.
Oh, go visit some anime studios. That'd be sick. That would be actually pretty sick.
Plus, I got a pretty fine girl that lives out there.
Really now? I haven't heard of this.
She's not Japanese. But
She's not Japanese?
She's not Japanese. She's just a rich white girl with money. Who likes to cosplay.
Hey, that's still not...
Hey, man.
That's not a bad avenue to go.
Yeah, man, different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right, man. Well, where are we at, man, time-wise?
1 hour.
55?
1 hour.
Okay. I think, unless there's anything else that you want to say, man?
No,
I think we should wrap this up here pretty soon.
Yeah, definitely go check out FlyLikeSora on everything.
Yeah, and
So-
anywhere you listen to your music.
I am working on uploading a bunch of my old songs that you guys like onto Apple Music and all that stuff. Especially Daydreaming. That's gonna be the first one.
Best
yeah.
one, man. I fucking love that one.
Yeah, I have been getting a lot of people telling me, "Hey, man, you need to put more stuff on there." I was like, "Yeah, I know."
Definitely.
And he's the one probably doing the intro and the outro that you're probably going to be hearing to this too. So.
Yeah. He's going to be a big player in this too because we're huge fans of his music and he's a local artist and he's one of my best friends. Yeah. So to all you guys out there listening, thank you so much. This is the Brok'n Barstool podcast. So be safe and stay thirsty. Bye.